This is the Horse Radio Network. This is episode 322 of Horse Tip Daily, a different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you one day at a time. Today's tip is sponsored by FeedXL. Visit them at feedxl.com. Howdy, everybody, and welcome back to Horse Tip Daily. I'm Glenn the Geek, and you're listening, or we're recording, actually, from Lexington, Kentucky. Well, today we have back with us our business guru, Elisabeth McMillan. But first, I want to say a happy birthday. FeedXL is 2 years old, and it's party time. They're having 5 days of special deals from the 22nd of October through the 27th, so you have 3 or 4 days left, depending on when you're listening to this. They're going to have a special new deal every day. So stop over to feedxl.com and see what's going on with their birthday deals. You'll want to stop back every day to see what kind of specials you have. And, of course, FeedXL is the place you can go, put in all the information about your horse and what he eats, and they will tell you whether you're feeding too much or too little, all that kind of stuff. And I'm sure that these special deals are going to be interesting. Narita and all the group over there, Susan and Rod, all work hard to take care of your horses and to make sure that they're fed properly. It's a cool program. It's out of Australia, and we want you to stop over to feedxl.com and check out the birthday specials through the 27th. Well, as I said, today we have back with us Elisabeth McMillan, who is the founder of EquestrianProfessional.com. EquestrianProfessional.com is the site for the people in the horse business. It's a website that provides affordable horse business education and marketing tools specifically for horse professionals. So stop on over to EquestrianProfessional.com and check it out. And now here's Elisabeth. Well, hi, Elisabeth, and welcome back to Horse Tip Daily.
Hey, Glenn. How's it going today?
Good. So, I always enjoy talking to you because I've been in horse businesses and other businesses all my life. And, I've done it wrong many times, sometimes over and over again, just like the rest of us, and I've done some things right. So, I mean, you learn along the way. You hope you learn along the way, but we sometimes do go back and make the same mistakes over again and then look back and go, why did I do that, And I think what your topic today is one of the mistakes we make over and over again.
It is. But all of us, we're all guilty of it, so that's why we can talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not too sure I'm not currently making that same mistake. So go ahead. I'll just hide my head in shame.
All right. Well, today's tip is that strategies work better with systems. So never implement a strategy for your horse business without designing a system to support it. Okay, so I know that system sounds really boring, and it makes you think of engineers and, I don't know, a bunch of boring things, but I'm going to give some examples that I hope will make it a little more germane and interesting for everybody. So the reason I'm bringing this up is that when I work with horse businesses, probably one of the most common things that I see is that they think they have a strategy failure when what they really have is a system failure. So, like, for example, somebody puts up a website, they spend a lot of money on the design, they get the website put up, and they're hoping it's going to attract customers, and they get it put up, and they wait 30 days, and they wait 60 days, they wait 90 days, and nothing happens. And so they think, oh, the website doesn't work for me. But the problem wasn't the website. The problem was that they didn't create a system to drive traffic to it. Okay, so that's one type of example. Or say they decide they want to hire an assistant, and they hire somebody, it doesn't work out. They think, my gosh, I just never can find anybody qualified to work. But the problem really is that they don't have a system for, they have no hiring protocol. They don't have an application. They don't have any organized training that they put their new employees through. So a lot of the time, the failure's not the strategy, the failure's in the system.
Right. And, that is so true. When we started the Horse Radio, a personal example here, when we started the Horse Radio Network, we had 3 advertisers. We had none when we started, but, as we got going, we had 3. And that was fine. I could handle that. I could actually handle that. I could remember that. But now that we have 15, 20 advertisers, and they are all going in different shows in different ways, we really needed to come up with a system to track it all and to, so we didn't make mistakes. And it's just, little things like that are what can drive you absolutely insane as a business owner. And if you just take the 2 hours to create the system, it just saves you a whole lot of headache down the road.
It does, and I think also a system doesn't just mean you're going to do it perfectly. What it means is that you'll know what to improve. You'll know what's working and what's not. I don't feel like a system makes something, the point of a system to me is not necessarily to make something foolproof, but to give you feedback and to make things it just makes things easier.
Well, I was going to say, it takes away a lot of the stress because there's something in place that you follow to get the job done. And, and that takes away a lot of the stress that you have sitting there thinking, did I do everything I was supposed to do, first of all, this week or whatever it is. And it just helps a lot to have that system in place.
Sure,
and that can be as easy as a spreadsheet. The spreadsheet could be your system, depending on what you're doing.
Absolutely.
It could be as easy as that, or a program, or
whatever. A checklist.
Yeah.
A checklist can be a system. A lot of the time, I think one of the most important things with a system is that you have your goals attached to the system. So, say your goal maybe is, let's go back to the website. You put up the website, and your goal is that you want more customers. Well, you've got to hone that down. Well, then how many people do I need to have visiting my website in order to, develop those new leads and new customers? So I think the system sort of helps you to think all the way through what you're doing and then figure out places to measure and improve. So there's a whole bunch of benefits when you start putting the systems in. Stress relief, less work, more automation. You'll find when you start, creating systems that you can automate a lot of things, and all of those things make your business a lot easier. And they're also going to make you feel better because then when you're succeeding versus when you're failing. And
Right.
That may sound really strange, but sometimes it's hard to tell the difference. Sometimes you think that you've really messed something up, like maybe you think you did a bad job with your web design, not to to harp on that, or maybe you think you can't ever find the right employees, and you blame yourself for it, and then you put a system in place, and bam, all of a sudden those problems just go away.
And for some, and people think that doing that, taking the time to put it on paper, to get that checklist made, it doesn't take that much time. It's just you have to do it. You just have to set aside the time to do it, and it'll save you tenfold the number of hours in the future by just having it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Very good. Well, it was great to have you back. And of course, you can tell everybody where they can find out more of this good stuff.
Yeah. If you want some great systems, then come to equestrianprofessional.com.
And also sign up for your newsletter, because your newsletter is excellent. I don't know how you have time to put out that newsletter every week, because it's getting longer and longer and has more good stuff in it. And, it's a great newsletter.
Well, thank you very much, Glenn.
And you can find that on your website at equestrianprofessional.com, up in the right-hand corner, right?
That's right.
Yep. Okay, good. Well, thank you very much, Elisabeth. So get those systems in place before we talk next. If you do one a week, if you put one system in place a week for the different chores and activities that you have going on there at your horse business, I guarantee that after a year's period of time, you're going to be operating a lot smoother, a lot more efficiently, and you're going to have less stress in your life. Well, we thank Elisabeth again for being here, and we look forward to seeing you. Remember, a week from tomorrow, that's November the 1st, Horses in the Morning will be starting. That's horsesinthemorning.com. You can check it out now, and we'll be live 9 to 10:30 a.m. every morning, Monday through Friday. Myself, my wife, Jennifer, will be the producer of that show, and my new co-host, who I'm very excited to work with, Jamie Jennings, will be here as well. So we're looking forward to getting that started a week from tomorrow. Thank you, everybody. We'll be back again tomorrow with another new tip and another new expert. Until then, ride safely, everyone, and wear that helmet.
The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements of guests or their opinions. Use your own judgment when listening to the tips provided by the experts on Horse Tip Daily. The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements of guests or their opinions. Use your own judgment when listening to the tips provided by the experts on Horse Tip Daily.